The valuation of a business is often controversial, whether in the case of divorce, division of an estate, or succession planning. This video is about the valuation of personal sole proprietorships in Switzerland. When liquidating the matrimonial property regime, the assets are stated at their market value according to Article 211 of the Swiss Civil Code. However, a special rule applies to agricultural businesses, which are generally counted at the earning capacity value. My name is Tamara Frener. I am an independent attorney at law in the canton of Zurich. If this video appeals to you, please like and share it. Value is always subjective. There are different prospects and interests. The owner or seller sees an intrinsic value, and real value, and the value of his company. The buyer sees an investment value, and the price is determined by supply and demand. The market or fair value. What exactly does market value mean? Market value, in the sense of the law, is the value that would be realizable in the case of a sale on the free market. Thus, in the case of dispute, an objective valuation is decisive, irrespective of the value that the asset in question has for the owner's spouse. In this respect, the situation is no different from that under inheritance law according to the Swiss Federal Supreme Court. The market value is always decisive for assets. So, how is the company valued? The decisive factor is whether a company is to be continued or liquidated. As the case may be, the valuation is based on the earning capacity power or net asset value or on the liquidation value. Which valuation method is applied is subject to judicial discretion, provided it is comprehensible and plausible. Company figures must always be adjusted to exclude extraordinary events. In a personal, individual-related company, it's the entrepreneur, her dedication and her personality that matter. Specifically, the Federal Supreme Court of Switzerland had to assess the valuation of an orthodontic practice during divorce proceedings. The trust of the client is paramount. The question arises whether the company's earning power is transferable to third parties. Consequently, a distinction must be made between individual-related and company-related earning power for the appraisal of a business. The exclusively personal earnings power, the entrepreneur's own performance and effort, has a value. This is neither transferable nor realizable and therefore irrelevant to value. Thus, the value of the company is to be determined without the entrepreneur. Ultimately, the capital deployed, its rate of return, and the goodwill are value relevant, according to the Federal Supreme Court ruling as of November 24 of 2022. In an orthodontic practice, the personality of the entrepreneur is crucial. A client base is not easy to alienate. It is therefore not realizable on the free market. Consequently, the value of the business is to be appraised without the value of the personal performance of the entrepreneur. Practitioners often determine the earning capacity value, including the entrepreneur's performance. However, in caso, this appears inappropriate according to the Swiss Federal Supreme Court. In the instant case, the sole proprietorship had no capital of its own, so the net asset value was 0 Swiss francs. Therefore, compensation for goodwill has to be determined. It must be justified why a buyer is willing to pay a certain amount for a customer space that is difficult to transfer. In a nutshell, sole proprietorship are individual related. Customers of a practice are not always Transferable. Only the business-related earning power is realizable. In individual cases, the price that the buyer is willing to pay for the business-related goodwill must be assessed by expert opinion. A jointly commissioned neutral appraiser is to be preferred, since the company's own trustee or auditor basically has a conflict of interest or a conflict of audit and valuation. The appraiser chooses the valuation method. In order not to miss any news or insights, please follow me on social media such as LinkedIn. Thank you.